guys, Lisa, One Happy Place Creations. How you doing? Okay. Now, just a reminder, this is the size of the book that we're creating. The top, top to bottom 9.5, side to side 9 3/4. So one thing that I'm going to be doing is we've got our pages, and then there's going to be a box here that you'll be able to put pens, sticky notes, paper clips, just anything, any kind of drawing pencils, whatever you want to do, journaling pens. I mean, this book can be made into whatever you want it to be made into. So, but there's going to be a box here. So that's what we're going to be doing right now, is making this box. Now, Gentleman Jim Crafter has a video out on making a really simple, easy box. But of course, the one I'm making, I just couldn't figure out how to convert it from what I watched of him. So I'm doing mine differently. But I would go and watch his, and you'll get more information. And the fact that mine is much bigger, and I had to utilize a 12 by 12 paper diagonally across, so I end up with a funky thing. Anyway, I'm hoping that so my glue gun's not ready yet. I am also doing magnets. Now, I got these are 3mm by 1mm magnets. I got 50 of them for a penny on Amazon. Of course, it was like $4.95 for shipping, which is ridiculous because this doesn't weigh anything. But so basically, I paid $4.96 for these, but they are stinking strong. I had 4 pieces of pretty thick cardstock, and I put one on one side and one on the other, and they stuck and they held those cardstock together. So these are stinking strong for what we're going to do with them. I want to keep the box lid on unless you want to take it off. So I'm putting the magnets into flush with the pieces, the sides of the box. So the top and bottom of the box are going to have magnets in them. Now, top being up here, and make sure, so the top and the bottom, but then also the bottom part of the box and the lid. So the lid on the top and the bottom are going to have magnets, and they'll line up and close up and stay closed unless you want to open it. So they're a good strong magnet. Now, I just lost, there it is. I did all of them except for, and I did the lid as well as the sides, except for one, because I wanted to show you how I did it. Basically, I made a jig, and I used it to find a matching spot. So here and here, and then here. And at the spot where the two intersect, so I've got, the lines, where the lines intersect, I'm taking still got the magnet on there. I'm taking my pokey tool and pushing it in. You want to do all of these facing the same direction because it does make a bit of a mess on the back. All of that excess goes back there. And this tool gets to be just about absolutely perfect for this to fit into. It just fits in there just really nicely. Okay, see, it won't, there. So it fits in there really nicely. What I do Oh, good, it's ready. What I've been doing is, oh, one thing. There's obviously magnets like each other, and so I wanted to make sure that I got the correct side of the magnet going to want to be on, you know, because there's a negative and a positive, so I wanted to make sure that they were going to work. So I put it on the opposite side like that. Whoops. Ran that in there, flipped it over, found the magnet, and slid it off. This one didn't work. It's the only one that didn't work because I had it on video. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, of course that won't come off of there because it's metallic. Metal. Okay, so I just pulled that back out of there. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to put it on there. This time I'm going to take it off and lay down the opposite side, and we'll do it a different way. It needs to come off my finger. There we go. So here it is right here, and I put the side that was connecting with this up. No, down, sorry. And I'm going to fill this up again. Okay, I'm going to flip it over, and sorry, you're going to have my head in here for a minute. And I'm going to find, yep, I got it. And I'm going to push it down, and I'm going to really mesh that all down into that hole. So it's nice and flat now. And once this dries, what I did was, I'm not going to do it right this second because it's not dry yet, is I took, it kind of ruined a part of it, but I took and flattened these out. So they're as flat as I could get them. I just didn't want them to be big and bumpy. This one can get flattened out. It didn't get done yet. So you just kind of rub on it a little bit and get some of that excess off there. But you don't want to pull the whole caboodle, the whole kit and caboodle out of there, because then you're going to have to do it again. But just to flatten this down, it spreads it around a little bit and gets it nice and flat. So there. So there's very little raised portion now, and so that you're not going to be able to see it on your box. So that's that. That's how I did those. I'll have to see, is that, let's give this a try. I don't want to, yeah, it's still pretty wet, peeling off a little bit too easy. I did one of them, I didn't really wait, and I peeled it off, and the magnet came right through with it. So I said, okay, gotta let it really set for a few minutes. But I want to move on, so I'm just I'm giving a good bit of pressure on there, just trying to get that rubbed down. That's pretty good. Okay. So, the way I'm doing mine is, here's my bottom. It's 9 1/4 by 2 5/8. And then my sides are all the same. Both my sides are 9 1/4 by 1 3/4. So that's how high the book's going to be, is right there. And then these, and we want to make sure that the magnets are to the outside, are 2 5/8 by 1 3/4. And I initially was going to put these on the outside of my box, but yeah, I still am, I believe. Yes, I think. I can't remember now. So these are my, they match. Yeah. So, they're going to go, well, did I grab the wrong ones? No? Yeah. I believe these are working. Just got to keep that like that and that like that. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to try it the way, so this goes over here. These are my bottom pieces. Let me get my, now on Gentleman Jim, he uses Xyron machine, so I'm going to use mine because it's way easier. And we'll see, oh, I'm sorry, hold on, let me shut my door. Okay. Okay, so I absolutely love this machine. And we're going to utilize this in order to stick these puppies down. Now, I want to make sure that this is on the outside. And so these are not going to be able to run through this. Yeah. So, and I turned one of the magnets wrong too. But I think I got it on the other side. Okay, so we're winding this up. I don't even know if I've got this all the way in there. Oop, get that in there. There we go. And get it through. Cut it off. Whoop. There we go. And put this back. Sorry, banging everything. All right. Gonna just take and score around this as best I can. I kind of got these a little close. This just keeps the tape, because whatever you stick down on this sticks to the tape. Then this plastic sheet sticks the rest of the tape to it. So when you score, you're getting that plastic sheet all the way around the edge, so the plastic that I'm peeling up now is actually going to draw, it didn't there, but draw the rest of that tape up. You know, the sticky. There we go. Oop. All right. Very cool. Okay. Now, like I said, I had to lay these this way in order to make it work, because this way, once you put the ends on here, you weren't going to have enough. So I just kind of did a makeshift piece. to help me get this together here. So let me peel the center of this. Oops. There we go. Now, I want this centered as best I can, so I can utilize this paper. I don't want to waste it, because like I said, I'm getting really, really, really low on paper. Okay. Now I'm using all kinds of, see, I got one black one, and then one is the craft color. Reason being, that's just what I have. I'm trying to use up all my scraps, and that's what I have. Now this you're going to match up with a bit of a, say I want this to be able to fold, so you have it, well, let me do it the way, I'm going to put this here and slide this in. So I'm better at eyeballing it because I move it all the time anyway. So I think that will give me, yes. So a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch. There we go. And when you don't push down on it, you still got a little bit of wiggle room. But once you push down, it's just like score tape or any other. You're done. Okay, get this one pulled off. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Again, this is the bottom of the box. And this is 9 1/4 by 2 5/8, and then the two sides are 9 1/4 by 1 3/4. And I pushed down on that one when I dropped it, so that is where it's at. Okay, now I'm going to glue these pieces, but I want to make sure that I don't get glue on the magnets, because glue and magnets are not friends. They're just not. So I actually, in order to have some strength around these magnets, I'm going to put some score tape. And this way I don't have to wait for glue. So I'm just going to put some score tape on. And lay this down here, about the same distance. If I could see that. There we go. Again, I say go and watch Gentleman Jim, Jim the Gentleman Crafter. He does really, really, really wonderful work. But he did this box, and it's a 3.5 by 3.5 box, I think, and it's super cute with a piece of paper, and I even made, he has these and he calls them something strips. I made these thinking I might use them. I don't know yet. It's gonna do added strength to it, but we'll see how I end up. But he really did a really nice job on it. So anyway, all right. And we're gonna do this. And I would say probably playing around with his before you do this one would be a smart thing, because I'm doing this with you. I don't know exactly how this is going to work out. I'm going to give this a little burnish so that I've got some folding. And let's see how I end up here. Okay, so that works pretty well. And that works pretty well. I got this one a little, I don't think I can pick it back up again. I don't think so, but I'm gonna try. Oh yeah, come on baby, you can do it. Come on baby. I guess I pushed down before looking. Well, see if I can push it over just a smidge. It's just off a little bit. All I need is a little bit. That's better. Burnish it before it moves. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so this is going to work. And so now we're going to use the score tape again. Again, he does some other things I am not going to be doing. But go and watch his video. It's very good. And I'm also probably, because I still have to figure out the top. So this is just going to be a video on the basic bottom, and then I will work the top out from playing around with the bottom. And so you can watch this one, and you can go and watch Gentleman Jim doing his, and then we can go from there. Okay, the other thing is I'm going to be cutting corner to point. Corner to point. Corner to point. I'm not going past the seam line, but I'm not going back, blah, blah, blah. I'm not actually cutting all the way into that point. I'm getting really close, about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm sorry, I should have, I'm about 1/8 of an inch off. But that way, you know, I've got something to fold and that kind of thing. And then the other thing that he did was cut off the ends except for about 1/8 of an inch. And so I'm just going to give these a little better trim than what we have right now. I'm not going to cut it straight across because I find that that's just too much. I'm hoping you can see me. I tend to kind of do a little sideways thing there so that I got more getting covered. Leaving that 1/8 of an inch. Eighth of an inch around. And here. Okay. So let's see where we're at now. So we've got this here. So I can fold this over and this over. Okay. This one here. Alright, and now more tape. Okay, let's see how he did this. He did this, he put a little piece like that, and then he did worked, see how this goes right in here? And then went up here, and he actually every single time took this and sliced it off. Oh my gosh, that would drive me absolutely bonkers. But it makes it nice and neat, and you can fit it. I guess I should be putting it more at the top than at the bottom. Okay. Let me put another one here because I think I need it. I was so interested in seeing if I was going to actually cut this. Yeah, so we're going to then come here, do this. Now he didn't have the problem I'm having. And do this. Everything's sticking to me tonight. Okay. So we're going to do the sides first. And actually, I guess I should do this side as well. I'm just going to rip it. I'm just going to rip it. Get this done. Because all this is going to get covered up, so I'm not that worried about it. Okay. Ah! Okay. Yeah, on these pieces, they're going to get covered up. On these pieces, however, they are not. So that's why you kind of want this to really get from start to finish, okay? All right, so going to take off the long sides. Oop, I'm going to bend it over a little bit. Make sure I'm getting it nice and tight. Get this one. Gonna burnish this. Fold in my little edge. Fold in, just like doing a book, you're gonna fold in the little edge. So I've got these two pieces off, and I'm gonna fold that over and give that a burnish. I've got gooey stuff on there. Give this a fold over and burnish. Okay, same thing on this side. I'm going to lift this up, bend it around, and fold it over. Guess I forgot to cut this one. Huh. Sorry guys, I forgot a corner. I'm just going to cut this right across here. And then open it up and continue it right there. Alrighty. Okay, so now get that, burnish, fold this over, fold this over, take this off, take this off, and I'm gonna just cut that little bit off of there and fold that over and burnish. And fold this over. Make sure I've got that folded out of the way. And fold this over and burnish. Okay. So now we've got our sides done. And now we're going to hold this up and we're going to fold this around, and that's what's going to close up our box. So first thing is, let's get this down. So I'm going to pull, am I still in camera here? Sorry, we're going to pull this off. We're going to give this a little bend. Okay. Bring it over and burnish that down. Pop in that little tail right there. Pop in that little tail right there. Leave the side ones. Whoo, I almost messed up. Okay, so let's fold that. Pull this. Okay. And bring this around. This is, I'm going to trim this off here. What are you doing? I got to get this one off first. See, now these two overlapped, and it's no problem when they overlap. You're just going to grab this, pull it, and that's going to lay right back down on itself. So it's no problem. This is another one that somehow I missed cutting. So I'm going to give myself about 1/8 of an inch. And these are Teflon scissors. It's not supposed to stick to them, but it wasn't moving. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over. Burnish. I'm going to fold that over. The little, just the little end. Going to give that a little fold over so that we have a nice crease. Now remember, with this, we're actually closing the box up with this. So we're going to hold these. We're going to fold this up. We're going to stick that right. We're going to put this piece and this piece right up against the inside of that one and that one. So you're going to hold it up and kind of squeeze these in against that, and then you're going to fold this over. And there we go. So there is the box. Looks pretty nice. And feels good. Feels pretty good too. That's nice. So again, we're going to do this. Take this off. Take this off. Pull the flap up. Close the two ends against the outside edge, and then hold it and seal it.